Hey, what is up, guys? It is Cameron Talks Football. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chargers 2022-2023 NFL record predictions. But before I do get into the video, I would like to thank everyone that has recently subscribed. I know we did not get to 250 before my birthday, which was Tuesday, but we did get to 241, which I still am grateful for. So for all the people that have recently joined, I do talk about football. It's pretty obvious. It's in the name of my YouTube video, or in the name of my YouTube channel, I would say. But now getting into the video, it's going to be the Chargers. The Chargers are a team that everyone's looking at as heavy playoff favorites, even Super Bowl contenders, just based off their roster, even though their team doesn't have that much playoff experience. So first we're going to show off who they are playing. And here it is right here. As you can see, their first game is against the Las Vegas Raiders. It is right here, where I am hovering over. They are playing the Las Vegas Raiders. I believe they are going to start off 1-0 just because the Chargers, they're at home. I understand the Raiders do travel in large numbers, and the Chargers don't really have as many fans yet. Maybe they will when they start to become more like, I understand they are a great team right now, but when they become better as a team in general, and they are a great team right now. That's what I mean. But they don't have that many fans in the stands. So I believe they are going to start off 1-0 just because the Raiders don't really start off that great usually, or the Chiefs. So that's why I'm also giving them a win against the Chiefs. They're actually going to start off really great this season. They have a pretty decently good start to the season, I believe. That they're going to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't really have a great start. We don't know how they're going to do without Tyreek Hill. I understand they did get Juju, Sky Moore, and they still have Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and a pretty decently good defense over there. But we don't know how they're going to do we don't know what their offense is going to look like without Tyreek Hill. I understand they have played games without him in the past and they have looked decently different, but we don't know how different it's going to be when he's out of the offense for a whole year. Because before they've had him out of the offense for like a couple days, I would say, or a couple games, I would say. But now it's for the whole year, and now it's definitely going to look like a different offense. It's definitely going to be one of the hardest divisions, if not the hardest division, to get into the playoffs for the AFC West. So they are going to start off 2-0, and then they also play the Chargers. The Jaguars. Nothing much to say right there. They're playing the Jaguars are not that much of a competent team. They did not do enough to put around enough pieces around Trevor Lawrence, I would say. I understand they did get Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, but that's just not enough those are not good players to be able to put around your young quarterback to let him succeed. So that is why I believe they will beat the Jaguars. If the Jaguars maybe did try and they honestly could have got Devontae Adams because they did have the most cap space for this free agency period. They could have tried to get him. They could have tried to get a couple other players, but it seems like they just put all their money on Christian Kirk. And Christian Kirk, I believe, is a main reason on why a lot of these NFL wide receivers are moving teams, is because they believe they deserve more money than Christian Kirk, which is true. Next, they play the Texans. They beat the Texans too. I understand Davis Mills is a pretty decently good quarterback. He's probably going to be their starter for this year. And then they still have Brandon Cooks. And then they also got Devin Stingley Jr. From the LSU. I believe it's Stingley Jr. from LSU. He played pretty good in LSU. He played pretty good against Ja'Marr Chase in practices, but he is definitely not going to be that cornerstone that's going to turn this franchise around. Usually it does start with the quarterback, and I think Davis Mills could become that franchise quarterback if he continues to play solid like he did in his rookie season. I understand they did not win many games, but he still had a pretty good season, I would say, for being a quarterback for the Texans with no pieces around him other than Brandon Cooks. Next, I believe this is where their first loss comes in, is against the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson is a good quarterback. I don't know where to place him quite yet, just because of where he what happened to him in the past couple of years. I would say everyone knows what he did. The whole allegations against him. He pretty much sat out a whole year. We don't need to get into all that, but I think they're going to have a pretty good season. I think the Browns are going to win this game. mainly off of their run game. The Chargers have struggled in the run game in the past, which is true. Everyone has seen that. I believe Chargers fans would accept that too. Their linebacker core is not the strongest. Their strongest points on their defense is in their front four and in their secondary. Their middle three linebackers are not their strong suits. So if you can get to the second level, which is where the linebackers are, teams will have success against them. And then I also believe they will lose against the Broncos. This does not mean that they are going to have a bad season. This happens to good teams. They lose back-to-back games. You have to be able to accept that. This division is going to be tough. You're going to lose some games. If you lose games, that is not the end of the world. You are still in the playoff race. It is going to be a close game. I believe Russell Wilson in the first half of the season plays like an MVP quarterback. And then after the bye week, it just slowly goes down. Everyone knows that. I don't know why. If the whole let Russ cook chant start, and then that's where he just turns off the flame and then starts playing like a average, I would say, top 15 quarterback instead of top 10. And then they played the Seahawks, Russell Wilson's old team. The Seahawks don't have that many pieces other than, I would say, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Pete Carroll said that they do want to run the ball more. So that is going to take some targets away from DK Metcalf if they really do want to stick with that. So they are going to win that game right there. So right now where they are 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. So I believe that is where they are right now. They are 6-2. They're about to be 7-2 when 7-2 right now when they play the Falcons. Everyone can see that the Falcons are not that good of a team. I don't know how they're going to be able to compete against any of these teams. I understand they did get Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati, but he is not that good of a quarterback. He did say that he is not going to leave until they get a Super Bowl out of him, which means he's going to play till he's like 60. And I don't even know if he's going to get one then. So pretty much they are 7-2. They do lose to the 49ers just based off of their defense. I think the 49ers have a great defense. And then I think they beat the 49ers here, actually, because I don't know what their quarterback situation is. We don't know that yet. And then I think they lose to the Chiefs. I think it's going to be split off like that with the Chiefs. I think they are also going to beat the Raiders both times. I understand Raiders fans are going to not like that. It's okay. I don't care. Raiders fans, you guys always say that you're going to have a great season. You usually don't. I understand. I'm a Patriots fan. I will accept when we won't have a great season. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be pretty difficult. Am I saying we're going to win the division? No. Am I going to say we're going to make the playoffs? Possibly. It's going to be hard now because every NFL player came to the freaking AFC for some reason. So I believe they are going to beat the 49ers. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They're going to beat the Cardinals. They're going to beat the Raiders, beat the Dolphins, lose to the Titans. And I think they might lose to the Colts just because I think they're going to be locked into a playoff spot right here. And they're going to be resting their starters. They don't want to get anyone hurt. This is what great teams do. They rest their starters when they have a playoff spot locked in so that they don't hurt any of their star players. So let's look back at this. So we have them going 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3, and then I have them going 10 wait, no, I think I have this whole thing messed up. Let me look back at this real quick. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, and then 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 10-3, 11-3, 12-3, and then I have them going 12-4, and then I would say about 12-5, maybe 13-4. That's what I'm going to say. 12-5, 13-4. That's going to be one of the two predictions right there. I understand I did mess up at the end, trying to figure that part out, but I believe that is going to be their final. That's going to be their final record prediction. If you guys do like what I said, make sure you guys do drop it in the comments. And if you guys have any other reasons on why they might lose or win these games, make sure you guys also say that too. And if you guys want a certain team for me to do next, make sure you guys do drop that in the comments. And until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.